Here's one of our first discoveries. What's approximately 32 miles long and can't be seen from the air. It's one of the largest of its kind, and you could be standing right on top of it and never even know it. Can you guess? Well, we're going to go to the Cumberland Plateau as Dirk Buller takes us spelunking.
Well, I've got the boots, I've got the clothes, and now I've got the helmet. So it's time to go spelunking or exploring inside Tennessee's largest show cave, Cumberland Caverns. You want to go? Let's go. Here we go. You better hold on tight. The climate underground is a constant 56 degrees Fahrenheit year-round and very damp. The humidity is 99%. There are 32 miles of explored underground territory that make up Cumberland Caverns, which once ranked as the second largest cave in America. Since new underground territory continues to be explored and mapped across America, this ranking is constantly changing. The entrance of the cave opens into a deep, large area known as the Volcano Room. A chandelier from the Loew's Metropolitan Theater in New York lights the enormous cavern. It is so large that it can house up to 500 people at a time. The resident cave expert has explored these caves since he was a young boy. Joining me now is Lewis Lehman, also known as the Tennessee Caveman here at Cumberland Caverns. Lewis, welcome to the show. What can you tell me about how the Cumberland Caverns are made?
Cumberland Caverns, like all caves, are eroded by water, carved by what we call phreatic development of water carving through the cave passageways. And this is while the cave was completely underwater.
The caves are living. They are constantly growing and changing. Therefore, to touch the cave walls like this spot will forever stunt its growth. I wondered if we'd see any animals in the cave. None were visible. Yet I was told that bats, rodents, and other wildlife did inhabit the cave at times. As we look at the various textures in the cave, the ceiling has pockets of water still dripping from its porous surface. You'll also discover something called cave popcorn, small kernels of calcium deposits attached to the cave ceiling. Very rarely is there any chance that a ceiling will cave in. The process is gradual. Change takes place over thousands of years. It's more of a crumbling effect.
Rock here is decomposing into soil.
So the rock is basically just deteriorating, crumbling
away.
The rock formations in Cumberland Caverns have recognizable shapes, many of which have been named. There's Moby Dick, whose formation rises from fresh spring water. The chessmen rise to great heights. We have to climb at least 50 feet to this section of the cavern. Past the chessmen, we head toward the formation known as the King's Throne.
So we have the pure white calcium formations being formed, and the water dripping down is forming the calcium carbonate in the white layers over the brown now.
You'd be surprised to know the highest point in the caverns.
We know that it's 159 feet straight up to the surface at this point here.
We aren't the only ones to explore this cave. The original explorer of the cave dated back to 1810 when Aaron Higginbotham made his discovery quite by accident. After going in, his torch blew out,
leaving him stranded perched on a high ledge, and legend has it that he spent 3 days sitting there in the total darkness with no light, and legend has it that his hair turned white from the ordeal.
Other explorers also left their mark.
And dirt here we have Sheila Waters' name on the ceiling, one of the original explorers of the cave in 1869. They probably were carrying a torch that may have been 2 or 3 feet in length and could have easily stood here and reached the ceiling.
So they did this by burning?
Yeah, with soot from an oil lamp or a candle flame, one or the other.
Now if people ride on cavern walls, it's considered destructive. As we continued through the cave, we discovered that it was also used during the Civil War by soldiers for mining. Minerals obtained from the caves allowed soldiers to make gunpowder for their rifles. This extraordinary cave proves that you never know what wonder may be right under your feet.
You can get all the fascinating stories of Tennessee treasures in a magazine. With colorful pages and unique photos, you'll experience the treasures of the state in print. Packed with trivia and extra information, you'll discover the little-known facts about Tennessee's history, arts, entertainment, sports, general trivia, and geography. Order your subscription by visiting TennesseeTreasures.net. Just $18 plus shipping and handling.